Hello everyone. We're part of the Youth Advisory Council of YouthWorks. Welcome to our second Money Mondays. Today we're making the most of our paycheck. You know me already. My name is Orion, and I'm here with.
Caden.
So let's just jump into it. Well, my name is Ryan again. Oh, here's some of our objectives. We're gonna have to help you understand the details of your payment,
Managing a checking and savings account.
and we're gonna be checking, how to read that pay stub. So here's a quick question for people in the chat. What factors made you choose the option, and what option did you pick? Me personally, I did existing bank account for the first one, and then I did a debit card for like every year after the 4 years I've been in YouthWorks.
For me, I did an existing bank account for this year.
hmm So we're gonna run over the things that we did. You know, run over the differences between banking, credit union, prepaid card, and paper check. As you know, paychecks are electronically sent to your bank and credit union account. Once the money is in the account, you can access it. With the debit cards, you have the money is like totally yours, and with the credit, the bank gives you money instead, and you have to pay that money off.
A prepaid card. Funds are loaded on a reloadable card not linked to a bank account. Once loaded, can access the funds immediately in variety of ways. However, what does that say? May occur for out, out of net ATM's balance, inquiry, and activity. Tips: your employer cannot require you to receive your payment on a payroll card. They must give you at least one other choice.
hmm And with physical checks, they're just paper that's given to you, and you enter it in an ATM. If it's ever lost, right, just you have to ask your employer to reissue it to you. So how much do you think it costs to replace a card if it's lost twice a year? I would like to know the what you have to say in the comments to see if it's accurate. What do you think?
Um, uh, I would think it's about maybe $10 to $20 at most.
So let's check that out. As you can see, for the standard, it's only about $5, which I think is pretty cheap compared to the expedited delivery, which is about $3. One, but it has it's up to 3 days until it's delivered. And for the overnight delivery, it's pretty self-explanatory. You will get it overnight, but it'll cost double the money from the expedited. Here's some tips for you. You should always know where your card is. If you have a wallet, keep a wallet. And select in-network ATMs only. Keep track of your balance definitely. If you saw our earlier one about budgeting, you should know that. And you should use it once within 90 days.
Why banking matters. The average unbanked person spends 5% of net income on unnecessary fees for altern- alternative uh, financial services. This can amount to $40,000 over a lifetime.
And as you can see in the diagram, you can see how the unbanked versus the banked person is, usually they have a lower income and as you can see in savings, and your credit scores are usually lower than that. So in the chat, what do you think the FDIC is? Does anyone know what it is? If not, that's fine. We're here to teach you about that.
FDIC. Those four little letters stand for Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and it's the federal government acting like an insurance company for your bank. Before we say more, here's a little background. In the early 20th century, America experienced something called the Great Depression. During this time, many American banks failed, and millions of people lost not only their jobs, but a lot of their money as well. See, at the time, the banks weren't insured for the money that people deposited, so when the banks went under, people's money went with them. To make sure something like this didn't happen again, the government created the FDIC, which insures bank deposits, even if the bank itself fails. Now, for almost 100 years, the FDIC has been working hand in hand with banks big and small to watch out for people's money. Pretty cool, right? Now, there are limits to how much money the FDIC insures, but as long as you don't have more than $250,000 deposited per person, the FDIC will help keep your money safe. Got more money than that? There are ways to get additional coverage, like opening multiple accounts or a joint account. So now you know how your bank and the government work together to protect your money. Pretty powerful for just four little letters. Learn more about the FDIC. What's in your wallet?
So, does anyone have any questions in the chat about that, or you could tell us one thing that you learned from there? But for now, we'll be going over, banking versus a credit union. Let me just zoom in. With banks, they're more advanced. They have mobile apps and technology. They usually provide branches in the ATMs nationwide. They tend to have stricter rules and less flexibility, offer more options for banking and retirement investments, and they make profit off its customers and investments.
For credit union, one thing is non-profit and solution owned by members collectively, offers less opinions in the commercial banking, lower fees and better interest rates on loans and saving accounts, provides thousands of shared co-op branch locations and surcharge fee free ATMs.
The FDIC insures up to $250,000 per depositor per insured account. So if you lose like like $1 million, they'll insure it up to $250,000.
NCUA insured $250,000 per depositor per insured account.
So here's a little pop quiz from everyone who has been seeing the differences between banks and credit unions. Do you think Venmo is FDIC insured?
In my opinion, I do not think so.
All right, let's see. Nope. What about Chase Bank?
Yeah.
Check that out. Yep, Chase is a member of the FDIC. Chime, I think that's more of an online bank. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Nope, Chime is not an FDIC member. What about Zelle? Or you can connect your bank account to this. Nope.
What about CQ?
I think that's with a credit union. And yes, it's not FDIC insured, it's NCUA insured instead. So you'll still be insured by, another organization. And what about Ally? Something I haven't really heard about, but I'm pretty sure it's FDIC insured. Uh-huh. They're an online bank, but still an FDIC member. So let's go over using a basic checking account. Do you guys notice anything, a little fishy about this list right here? As you can see, there's an interaction fee, there is an overdraft fee, and there is a monthly fee. So make sure you look out for that. Beware of minimum balance required fees, out of network ATMs, overdraft fees, and monthly fees. And Kaden will tell you about the suggestions.
For the suggestions, review bank statement more frequently, understand fees and amount details, the fine the fine print before opening an account.
Hmm. So let's go over using a savings account. Before opening, always ask about a minimum balance. Usually, I think for my bank, it was like over $10 at first. Um, with other ones, they could be more harsh or more lenient, but make sure you just check out the rules of the bank that you're going with. Your bank is your bank. That's where you pull out all your money. That's like your life's work, essentially.
Avoid avoid withdrawing more than 6 times in a month, or you will receive a fee. Not really the best thing you would probably want.
hmm And depositing money that will be used for short term and long term goals. Protecting your accounts. Never sign. Definitely never sign a blank check. You don't know what anyone can do with that. They could put $1 million in a check. Make sure you just never do that.
Don't put a check in your account if unsure it's real.
Uh huh. And make sure your debit card is at all times. Like I keep saying, keep a wallet on you. It's just, well, it doesn't just have to be a wallet. It could be a wallet. It could be a purse. It could be a bag. Just keep it on you and always know where it is because you don't want to be paying those fees when it gets lost over and over and over again. Or if someone, finds it and goes a little crazy with it, takes a flight to New Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Be careful with
setting up automatic payments. It can be hard to stop later. My sister, she used to have an issue with Amazon when she used to put on recurring billing because they would give you like a 5% discount. And like every time she came, there was like a package that came, and she was like, "I don't know how that came there." Just make sure if you do, make sure to cancel it and see the policies on them canceling it.
ne- so never give out your account numbers over to over the phone to anyone because people can steal your information from doing that.
Definitely. I've seen usually when it's like on your bank, you type it in and it's like automated. Usually you don't have to talk to a person and do that. It'll be like in the system.
Need a bank slash credit union account? If you are if you are 18 or older, here's some things that would probably be helpful for you: a social security number or 10, state issued phone ID like a driver's license, passport, or birth certificate,
Mhm.
represent
Residential.
residential mailing address, date of birth, opening a deposit, usually $25 minimum. If if you are under the age of 18 years or older, you may also need a parent or guardian who can join the account with you, or find a bank or credit union that will open an account to use. And if you are willing to do any of these things, you should visit this website that we have above.
Mm-hmm. www.bankonmaryland.org for a list of safe and affordable, you know, bank accounts. So let's go over our pay stub. This is pretty easy, but we're gonna tell you anyway because this is like it's like a foundation on what you need to learn about banking. You see, your total paycheck is your gross pay minus your deductions into your net pay. Gross pay is how much you earn. Deductions or the tax that's taken out of it to build bridges and other things, and hopefully it doesn't land in the pockets of government officials instead. But net pay is how much you get to spend, you get to take home. So let's take a look. How many hours does the employee work in this pay period? People in the chat. What do you think?
From what I see here, I looks like it says 40 hours.
And you'd be correct on that. All right. How much do they have taken out of their check for deductions? You see, there's the year net pay, and then there's the actual deductions, which is not a dollar, $121.45. If only tax was a dollar though. And what was their take home pay? As you can see at like the bottom right, the net pay, which is what we were talking about. That's very important because that's the number of like money that you have on the check. It's $458.55. So thank you. We hope you learned something. This is our second week of Money Mondays, and we also have Worksite Wednesdays when we talk about the worksite we went on Tuesday. We also have Bright Future Fridays. So if you're looking for a job that you want, and you want to see us talk to people in that field, we cover like a various number of people in like these set fields. So if you want to do that, check that out. And see you. Wait, does anyone have any other questions in the chat? All right. We'll see you Wednesday. Worksite Wednesday. All right, bye.